Here in the forests of southern Poland, bears can still feel at home. The towering old trees offer the bears shelter and protection. But now the forest has become a source of contention. Josefina and Jakub are conservationists. They take stock of the ancient trees. Tall ones like these are marked for felling, which could have serious consequences.
Animals have a place to hide. At the beginning it may be smaller animals like fox, and later on it can become even bigger and it can become inhabited by bear.
The red dot marks the tree for felling, a decision made by Polish forest authorities. These trees are not standing in a nature reserve. That's a problem for the bears. Logging interests take priority here. That limits the spaces where bears can live undisturbed. Forest authorities warn visitors not to get too close to the animals, but that rarely happens anyway. The department has an open-air exhibit with an overview of many of the local forest animals, except the bear. Any special protection for the bears would be unnecessary, says the spokesman for the regional state forests.
We
saw the first bears here in 1950. By the 1970s, there were 20 bears, and now we've got 200. That's quite a big increase.
Polish forestry authorities are more focused on logging. Because of Russia's war in Ukraine, lumber prices are high and fuel is scarce. But the forest conservationists aren't quite convinced.
This tree is probably around 6 or 7 cubic meters of wood. So with current prices, it would be between 1,000 and 2,000 euro for such a tree. So it's not big money. We are like wasting our national heritage for actually not that big amounts of money.
Można liczyć, że w każdym z tych nadleśnictw drzew
If from time to time a few of the trees worthy of protection, the ones that could be natural monuments, are cut down, the change is hardly noticeable. After all, there are thousands of trees in the forest.
The bears use old trees like this one as dens, because they're rotting out and hollow. Young, replanted trees don't help much on that account.
It requires a tree to be hollow inside, but it happens with age. So if we allow these trees, this type of trees, to be left in the forest, then there will be more available spots for bears. And if we cut them all just to sell them for timber, then the bear will have no place to live anymore.
Deep in the forest, far from civilization, a few forest activists have set up a protest camp, taking a stand against loggers. Not everyone is happy with their protests. A car near the camp was attacked, and the conflict gets heated. The forest activists don't live in this region, but in Warsaw or other major cities. Jakub, Josefina and Rafał don't intend to back down.
I widzę zniszczenia olbrzymie, jakie postępują.
I see the massive destruction going on here,
To są bardzo podobne tereny.
and I don't condone
Nie ma
it.
mojej zgody na to, żeby tak to zostawić.
I want my daughter to be able to enjoy these old forests in the future.
Kiedyś zobaczyła stare lasy.
And perhaps still see bears too. Of course, if all the old trees are chopped down, the animals will move somewhere else. They may even enter areas populated by humans, which could be dangerous.
To jest problem ostatnich
It's become a problem in recent decades. Incidents with bears where humans get hurt are increasingly common. One person even died.
The people and animals of the region have one thing in common. They're camera shy. Many people here work in the timber industry. On signs, they don't mince words about how they see the activists. They're eco-terrorists. But Josefina and Jakub believe many residents don't realise how close the relationship between bears and trees is.
you can quite easily imagine how a bear, that is a big animal of 200 kilograms, could actually fit inside a tree. Inside this tree, not now, but in the future, if this tree would become hollowed out, I think the whole family of bears could fit.
They've often asked authorities to place old, rotting trees under protection, requests that have almost always been denied.